Hi, this is Hutch. Recent major fuss over gaming is advertising trouble of No Man's Sky. Although advertising standards authority in the UK concluded it's not misleading, it looks like some fans are not happy with the outcome. This kind of makes me wonder, what if it was assessed in Japan? I'm seeing this matter over advertising of video games is something Japanese gaming community should think about too. I'll tell you how I see this problem, and how it might be related to Japanese gaming scene. Let's first look at how ASA sell. Original complaints included graphics, UI, and behaviors of in-game objects, such as animals are different from shown in screenshots. Although ASA pointed them out, it after all concluded that these factors won't affect the customer's decision to purchase the game. And other complaints were about people rarely see in-game features, like a specific scenery shown in screenshots or a major battle in space. As for the specific ones, Hello Games provided ASA with 4-hour game footage, which, according to ASA, contained most of these features, with which it concluded basically a player can encounter them within a reasonable amount of time. As for rarer stuffs like a major battle in space, Hello Games did admit it's less probable a player would encounter. But with the third-party footages containing the battle scene provided, ASA concluded it does exist in the game. Still, Hello Games admit it's a matter of probability, because in-game objects are automatically generated as players move. It's not predetermined what they would see. This part reminded me of some fuss over app game scene in Japan, the ones with lottery or gacha stuff. Once you think the case of No Man's Sky as the mismatch of expectation, the player's perception of "I'm seeing this with this certainty" and developers, people who see stuffs with this probability, had a huge gap because of advertisement. Similar cases happened a few times in Japan. Let's look into two major cases and what happened. One of them is about Dragon Quest Monsters Super Light in 2014. At that time, it provided Golden Map Gacha, where players pay to get the golden maps. But people felt they are getting less golden maps than it should give. They made a claim that in-game graphics, which had a lot of golden maps as you see, is not representing what it actually is, and got refund from Google and Apple. Someone actually made a post about the refund online, and many people followed. After all, Square Enix temporarily stopped providing the gacha, and corrected what were considered problems, which included showing probability of winning golden maps, correction of problematic in-game picks, and finally, refund in the form of bonus given in-game. The other case is of Granblue Fantasy, which is one of the dominant apps in Japan now. In January 2016, the game held a campaign to increase the winning rate of its gacha, and once again people felt the same way as they did with Dragon Quest. But this time a different story. Some people get together to actually research the rate. Spending thousands of dollars, they kept doing gacha, and eventually found out that the degree of increase of winning rate varied among each prize. None of the statement made by the game told people about it, so they claimed it a misleading advertisement. Some people thought it worse. It could be a whole lie instead of a misleading stuff. At last, the company apologized for the matter. In both cases, people actually submitted claims to public institutions, hoping that they would do something. Bad news, they didn't. Japanese Consumer Affairs Agency did receive the claim when the Dragon Quest case occurred. But before it could do anything, Square Enix corrected what were thought problems, and the case was closed. As for the latter case, it's no different. It looks like some people once again submitted their claims to Consumer Affairs Agency, but I heard no news of anything done to solve the matter. As of misleading advertisement of app games, Japanese public institutions virtually have never done anything effective. People doubt current regulation is yet to be effective against this kind of matter. Here comes sad conclusion. No Man's Sky would have been judged as no problem, even if it had been inspected in Japan. As forward thinking based on what happened in the past, this what-if scenario is no different from the reality. Although app game market in Japan is still a huge one, and major players making a huge profit, we can see insufficient legislative systems that might fail to protect consumers' interest in the future. Thanks for watching. I'm making other shows related to Japanese voice acting and gaming in general. If you find this video interesting, please subscribe my channel and explore other videos. Also, I'll be glad if you share my videos. Until next time, Hutch signing out.